Hi Virgo Seeker, welcome back to the Existential Shift. My name is Mundane. If you're new, welcome. All my new seekers, subscribers that recently joined my channel, thank you, welcome. This will be your extended for the month of May for Virgo, different placements, what you resonate with, and for intuitively guided and cross watchers. If you're here and you resonate, it's yours. You can reverse the roles. I'm talking about someone and it feels like it's about you, and vice versa. Great. All right, let's get to it. What do we have for my Virgos for May? Virgos, May. Messages for Virgo for May. Usually I have so much to say to you. Now I'm feeling quiet. You feeling quiet, Virgo? Or is it just other people in relation to you? King of Cups. A lot of feels. A lot of feels. A lot of feels. Page of Cups and 10 of Swords. So either a family connection or a deep friendship that has gone through some hurdles, ups and downs, turmoils. You've seen each other through your best and through your worst. And that lesson seems to be reaching its peak. Everything has been said, everything has been felt and expressed. I see a very, or will be expressed, I see a very honest, heart-to-heart conversation that might settle things once and for all. I don't know if it's the end of the two of you or just the end of the cycle. This could also be a family member, by the way. This could be a parent-child situation. I see like a paternal figure and a child figure that has gone through a lot. Potentially, and of course this won't resonate with all of you, it could be a parent and a child that has lost a parent. Right? Like a single mother or a single father with a child. And has gone through the grieving process together and life basically without this other parent together, or someone is or a family member is healing from a very tough time, like either a surgery or a disease. So it could be either of these options. Emotions are running high, but people know where they stand with each other finally. If not yet, then soon. Knight of Cups. Yeah, and there's okay, we've been through this, we've gone through this, let's put this behind us, let's start anew, let's have some new energy flow. I see someone that could potentially have stayed with someone through a tough time, and now that this tough time is over, they now want to embark on their own journey and move forward and ahead with their life. This could be a child that stayed at home to support his single parent, and now that they're feeling like they can, that this journey, this cycle has ended, now they can either, I don't know, move out or move on, something like that. Temperance. Yeah, a lot of healing. It's like the worst is over, now let's heal from this. Let's communicate, let's love each other, let's be there for each other. I'm picking up on a very specific narrative, guys, so if you don't resonate, you can either wait, because sometimes I have several narratives come up, or you can watch your other placements. And either way, the extended might bring up other stuff as well. It usually does. Okay, wow. A lot of cups. 5 of Pentacles and 4 of Cups. There is, maybe because all this, maybe it was, if it was a sick family member or a certain loss, it may have affected the household financially. Or maybe someone had to kind of help a family member or someone close financially and kind of put them in a little bit of doubts and insecurity when it comes to their own life or their role in this dynamic. I'm not sure exactly. Let's see further, please. And it's like you want to heal, you want to move on, but oh, now I have to handle the oh, there's a word for it. It will come to me. The leftovers, not the left. Now I have to handle the, the consequences of all the drones. So okay, dust is now settling, but it's still, the dust is still like in the air, being kind of murky until it settles, and it kind of makes you feel, well, is it over? Is it not over? I'm still feeling it. It still kind of is around. It's just the dust settling. Show me more, please, for Virgos. For May. This feels very current, this energy. Or very soon to be, or has been. New energy, great. Another page, another Knight. I'm sorry, this time Knight of Wands. Someone is either leaving quickly or coming in quickly, but the energy is going to shift suddenly. It's going to be like, okay, enough. We can't keep doing this anymore. We've gone through this. We went through this. We've handled this. We've settled this. We've spoke about this. We've healed this. Okay, now what? And I feel like it's very positive. It's not like an angry now what. It's like, okay, what now? Let's look ahead. Let's move forward. Now what? Where are we going to with this Knight of Wands? Where is this taking us? Where is this taking too much? 3 of Swords. Okay. There we go. This is not an easy reading, but we got this. Okay. So when you're just healed, or when you're just out of something heavy emotionally that has took a toll, or from a place that wants to heal and do and be active, we sometimes tend to just kind of run into something like too fast, too soon. Maybe even like I'm sorry, I'm forgetting words. This is ridiculous. Like a rebound kind of thing. It doesn't have to be like love type of rebound, but something that we just want something to get our minds off of something else that we've gone through, and then it will inevitably suffer as well because it's so affected and tainted by the energy that you're still carrying. Let the dust settle, Virgo. Let the dust settle. Because 3 of Swords right after the 5 of Pentacles with the Knight of Wands, it's a very hasty energy. Okay, this is so much better, thank goodness. 6 of Pentacles, the Chariot, and the World. Okay. Okay, so this gives me a different outlook on this. I see you guys like running straight ahead into shadow work, into handling your heartache, into addressing your own emotions, maybe talking about this, maybe expressing it, like just dealing with it, dealing with the sadness, dealing with the failure, dealing with the grief, whatever this is about. And once you do that, it makes room for so much vitality and opportunity and new energy. It's like from the abyss kind of thing, you're just taking it back and kind of just, letting the dust settle, and then opportunity comes. Life force strikes in a good way. Someone believes in you. Sometimes someone wants to help you. Someone wants to give you a hand, and it's exactly what you need in order to get the ball rolling, in order to start inertia working. And I see you guys moving somewhere else, doing something else, changing, just closing up a cycle, a very, very, very long cycle, and looking forward and starting anew. And it's a very good new start with a lot of vitality and new energy and life force and direction. You're like, okay, now I know what I want. Now I know how I want it, and I'm going to get it. It's like you've swum through the waters, through the murky waters. You had to. You didn't have a choice. It was circumstantial. It was something you were going through, either a relationship that was very intense or a family situation, something, anything from the options that I've described. And you've constantly been trying to get back up on your horse and do the work, and then one more thing happens, and okay, now I can get back on my horse, and then one more thing happens, and it's like enough. And then I see in May a change. Okay, this energy will be more consistent, this positive energy, and you'll be able to actually, if you were on this horse, on that horse, and every time it fell, now you're in control of both the horses, and you're on your chariot, right? You're in your vehicle. You're on your route, and you're moving. It's like a car that stood for a long time in the cold, and you go in and you start the engine, and not really, and then something happens. It clicks, and then it just drives. And now you can't stop. Once you start moving, you can't stop. Strong Cancer energy, Sag energy. Yeah, water and fire here are very, very strong. Oh, okay. All right. We'll take it. Four of Pentacles, the Fool, Two of Pentacles, Eight of Wands. Virgo, you have an opportunity this month to really break out of whatever this was and completely start anew. Don't look back. Don't insist on old ways. Don't be hesitant, or just keep an open mind. Let the opportunities flow and grab them as they come, and be in movement. Re-energize yourself, because this is great. It's like we're going from, oh my God, what is going on here, to great. New start, new point of view, new perception, new perspective. Sense of freedom, liberation. I have the Fool and the World here together. Okay, this is a major completion. I always talk about the Seeker's journey, the Fool's journey. If you want to know more, I have a tarot masterclass, online tarot masterclass, where every tarot card gets its own video, and I go deeper into each card and speak of the journey of the tarot and the Seeker within the tarot. And the Fool goes behind every card, right? It's our journey through the human condition. And the World is finally the Fool, the Seeker, when it has already experienced everything, right? It's the beginning point. It's point zero again, only from all the experience. Okay, it's like the alchemist that has to wander off in order to learn that the treasure was where he started all along. Okay, he just needed to change his perspective on things. He had to go through some things to realize, to appreciate, to learn. Okay, you've grown, you went through, you've realized, you've appreciated, you've learned. Now allow yourself to enjoy, because once it clicks and once you set yourself free of this very emotional, narcissistic, coercive, gooey energy, I'm just going to say it, either you've been like that or you've been stuck in that type of thing. Could be family, could be Love could be all kinds of stuff. And you've been playing that role. You've been playing the narrative. You've been repeating the cycle of like emotional codependency. And it's time to break free of that, you know? And to be your own voice as opposed to your subconscious or your parents or your childhood speaking using your voice, but actually finding your own voice, Virgo. Sorry, I'm making a mess here. Sorry. Oh, you're asking me about love? What about, do you love yourself? Are you ready? Did you snap out of this mechanism? Did you snap out of this situation? Did you break free? The Fool is about freedom, but freedom is a very subjective notion. One person's mindset for freedom would be family, commitment, 9 to 5, all that jazz. And another person would be like the eternal wanderlust and whatever. What makes you happy regardless of outside perception? What is your current perception of yourself? What has the journey taught you about yourself? Once that will click, once you will align with your own sense of personal freedom, then the universe will start bringing in major opportunities and there will be a whole lot of movement. This is recognition, this is success, this is money, this is progress. Sorry for the sirens. This is promotion. This is starting your own new business. This is a lot of things that can happen. Have you made room, Virgo? And yes, when it comes to love, if you made room and have allowed the dust to settle and not rub it off on a potential partner, and the sky's the limit. Seriously, look at this. The sky is the limit. I'm also getting two individuals that like, one is like at their peak of their journey and another one might be at the beginning of their journey, but they have, like when it comes to life experiences, but they have the same core when it comes to their soul and their energy, like same, it's like they share the same soul spark, you know? Also, there's the element of, you know, astrology, divination, that are meant to be our guide, our roadmap, but not our boundaries, okay? Your astrological chart and your numeric, you know, your numerology and all these beautiful things in tarot that are here to guide us and help us, you know, they're here to shed light on what your soul chose for this lifetime and what your best attributes and what your challenges are. Okay, now what do you do with that? It's amazing how people who least know about astrology, who least know about divination, who least know about, you know, how this universe guides our journey with signs, they're the ones who have the most determined, you know, life, where you, if you look at their cards, then it's like everything that the cards say, that's how their life has been. Because if you don't know that you have a roadmap to show you your options, you don't know you have options, so you're just living it. But when you know the possibilities, when you know the tools that you came into this life with, when you know your astrology, when you know your cards, sorry, I keep shaking, when you know your cards, when you know your numbers, when you know your DNA, that's how you can work with it and break out of it. Guidance, roadmaps, they're not your prison, they're your route to freedom. See here how she, in the world card, you have all the fixed signs? This is your guide to freedom. Knowledge is power. Short and sweet, Virgo. Short and sweet. Let's see your extended. So first of all, of course, all the major arcanas and repetitions, 4 and 4. Okay. So I have here the Fool, the Chariot, Temperance, and the World, and I have 2 4s here. And then we're going to do a new shuffle of a Celtic cross and see what it brings us. And then I will give a rune reading, the Celtic runes. Fun. Guys, this was so accurate and to the point. Thank you for this reading. Whatever murky thing that you're feeling right now or have recently stepped out of, it's going to bring a whole new beginning where you feel so much better. Like you have like 10 years off your life, literally. You'll finally feel like you're got it in your right path. Okay, I'm gonna continue this in the extended link below. I'm gonna do this right now. Thank you so much for being around. Subscribe if you haven't yet. Join my tribe of seekers. In the information box, you also have the link to 2019 Ministers of Magic, which is the extended of the entire 2019 for each of the zodiac. And you'll find a way to book a private reading with me. And of course, Tarot Masterclass. It's an online class. Each card has its own video, so you study it in your own time, at your own pace. You can either choose to have all the cards and become a tarotchi, or just pick and choose a few of them that you're curious about. Up to you and how you want to establish this. And oh, for the extended, I did a buy all option. So for those of you who want to see your other placements, cross-watching, etc., you get like all 12 videos in like the price of 3. So if you want that, that will be the most affordable option. I'm on Instagram, The Existential Shift. I love you guys very much. And go back to your April readings. Go back to last month, because from this day's point of view, you understand things so much better, and it clicks. You're like, oh yeah, that's when we understand things and connect the dots and learn from the guidance, because we know how to make the connection. This is what I was talking about, and that's how it relates to my life, and that's what I have to learn from this. This is great. The Fool and the World, 2 4s in between. This is great. I'm going to do this right now. I love you guys. Bye for now.